Speaker number 6, Mark De Silva, Where Eagles Dare.
Once upon a time, a hen discovered an eagle's egg. And she decided to sit on this egg until it hatched. The baby eagle grew up amongst chickens, thinking that he was a chicken. One day he saw eagles flying in the sky, and he exclaimed, "Gee, that looks like fun! Wish I could fly." The chickens ridiculed him, saying, "Don't be silly, you're a chicken! You can't fly!" What a dilemma for the little eagle. Does he accept the word of the chickens? Or does he follow his natural instinct? Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, more about the eagle a little later, but I know how he felt because I grew up with a similar challenge. My parents come from a place in India called Goa. Now, Goans love dancing. I am no different. In fact, I used to be the main dancing entertainment at Goan parties. Was it because I was the best dancer? Alas, exactly the opposite. I was the only Goan who could not dance. You see, I'm cursed with 2 left feet. At every party, there's always one person totally out of rhythm. Well, I'm that guy. No rhythm, no style. I remember little kids used to point and laugh at me, thrashing around like an uncool moron. And I wasn't even drunk. All that ribbing about my dancing caused me much embarrassment, but also disappointment, because I so badly wanted to dance like every other Goan. The final straw came at my wedding reception. Has anyone here seen a bride do the bridal waltz wearing army boots just to preserve her toes? Well, it happened to me. And on that day, I swore the only dancing that I would do was on the inside. And for many years, I kept that oath, until last year. I was flicking through the pages of the community college magazine, and there it was, Latin and ballroom dancing lessons. Success guaranteed. Now, my wife took a lot of convincing, but with the lure of jewelry, she finally agreed. I clearly remember the first lesson. We were one of 10 couples. Wasn't long before the instructor discovered the dunce in the class. The instructor, Harley, was a small, wiry 60-year-old with intense blue eyes and glasses. Now, Harley must have considered me his greatest challenge because he spent almost the entire evening trying to teach me to dance. Until he walked away in total frustration saying, "Right color, wrong rhythm." I felt humiliated, and I decided no more dancing lessons for me. It was then that I came across the story of the little eagle, the one caught between being a chicken and following his natural instinct to fly. So what did he do? He decided to take a risk. He patiently observed the other eagles, summoned as much courage as he could, and tentatively flew to a nearby ledge. Soon, with a dash of confidence, he was able to fly over treetops. And finally, the day arrived where he was able to soar high in the sky. He knew then that he was an eagle, and he lived happily ever after. So I asked myself, did I want to soar like the little eagle? Or was I chicken? The answer was clear. I was definitely chicken. But I mustered up enough courage to attend my second dancing lesson. When Harley and I made eye contact that evening, sweat broke out, and I started to twitch. And that was just Harley. I think he was really surprised to see me back, but he smiled, offered a hand in friendship, and said, "Let's start." By the end of the course, I had learned a little rhythm. I could do the cha-cha-cha. 1, 2, cha-cha-cha. 3, 4, cha-cha-cha. I could do the waltz. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm not exactly Fred Astaire. But like the little eagle, for me now, the sky's the limit. Because my next challenge is to learn Irish dancing. If you have a challenge to overcome, I offer you the concept of being courageous. Perhaps it's basketball you want to play, but the coach says, sorry mate, you're too short. Or you want to be an author, and your editor says, but you're dyslexic. Or you aspire to be CEO, and your manager says, you will never make it. Well, don't allow anyone to tell you that you cannot. You can overcome any challenge. Just trust yourself. Take risks. Be courageous. And you, too, can soar where eagles dare. Mr. Toastmaster.